All right, welcome everybody. So my name is Flip. I'm a participant in the What is Particle Theory workshop. Nominally, I'm the coordinator, but it really is the KITP staff, especially Maggie and Craig and Claudia outside, who made this happen. Welcome. This teachers conference is something that I am very enthusiastic about. This is my third one. I'm also very enthusiastic because my high school teacher, El-Khadra, is here. And not only that, one of our former physics undergraduates at UC Riverside, Adam Christensen, who is now a teacher at Riverside Unified School District, is here. And so I really am very enthusiastic about this conference as a community. So I'm a particle physicist, as most of the speakers here are. And I wanted to say a little bit to introduce this kind of odd, this is particle theory conference title. So what is particle theory is the name of our workshop. And this is particle theory, which is the response, is the name of this conference. So I want to say a bit about what the conference, what the workshop is. And as many of you know, especially the returning conference goers, the KITP is a special place. This is a place where physicists come to make the magic happen. This is where open questions are discussed, ideas are nucleated, and the next great thing starts at places like the KITP. So this workshop is also unusual among the KITP workshops because it is so open-ended. So usually you would have a workshop that is hyper-focused on something within particle theory or within a subfield of particle theory, and you grab all the experts in that subfield to answer the pressing questions in that field. This is a bit different because particle theory, which is one of the initial core disciplines within the KITP, has spread out over the KITP's history into many different fields. This morning we were talking about AI. If you look at the researchers at the top AI institutions, they are particle theorists. So it is a good time for our community to come together and not just talk about the different directions that particle theory has gone over the past 50 years, but to also be introspective about what we have learned at those boundaries of these frontiers and how we bring them back together to push science forward. So as Lars mentioned, the question in our title is a bit curious. The history of the title is actually the set of lecture notes by the late Joe Polshinsky, who is a string theorist here at Santa Barbara, who asked, what is string theory? What is prescient is these lecture notes were in 1994 on the precipice of the second superstring revolution, where the question, what is string theory, was especially prescient, because that was the explosion where string theory was no longer just a theory of strings. So this year, we're asking, what is particle theory? And this is also prescient, because by some plus or minus counting, we are around 100 years of quantum theory. So the United Nations recognized 2025 as the International Year of Quantum Science, and those who are better versed in the history, I think you can argue that the paper that kicked this off was this paper by Dirac, where Dirac mentions the progress that needs to be done on quantum electrodynamics, which was the foundational quantum field theory. And today, your first talk is going to be about quantum field theory. So we are throwing you in on the deep end. But that is exactly the language of particle theory. This is one of the frameworks in which this very diverse tribe of particle theorists are trying to figure out what it is that we have become. So with a title like this, things have also become a little bit cheeky. There are other programs going on at the KITP. One is much more focused on, I think, quantum electronics or quantum optics, and you overhear them at lunch, and here's an actual quote. Did you hear this provocative title for the other workshop? Yeah, I guess they have to figure out what it is they're doing before they can do it. And this has turned into a bit of snark. This is a photo of the chalkboard at the residence where the physicists are staying, where we organize social events, and everything has become a question. Well, what is barbecue? What is pub quiz? And I think our pub quiz team did okay. Not great, but we did okay. And the reason why I make a big deal about this framework is because this conference is not about questions, but answers. So this morning, Rachel House will be chairing, and every speaker, and yes, a fantastic lineup of speakers, will be presenting an idea related to what is particle theory, but as a response to a Jeopardy-style question. So what is quantum field theory? What is phenomenology? What is mathematics? So we'll have a break for lunch. Those of you who've been here before also realize that theorists we're not great with electronics. This afternoon, we have a lineup continuing with conformal field theories. We'll do a reintroduction of QuarkNet and quantum gravity. So before passing this on to Rachel, one thing, people here who are it's also like my last.
Now you're really in suspense.
I know. Everybody here who is a visitor at the KITP, researcher, scientist, by whatever metric, could you please stand up briefly so people in the room know at lunchtime, these are the people who are really enthusiastic to talk to you. All right? All right.